everybody. All right, I'm gonna give you guys, I don't have a cool pre-reel and I haven't tested this. So I'm just gonna give everybody like 5 minutes and then we'll see what happens. Oh man, I really hope this works. All right, go to Twitch. Let's see, oh, I'm live, okay, this might be working. Lit. Okay, let me see if audio's coming through and stuff. I can't kind of set this up real quick, hoping this goes well. I can't see how many viewers I have on Streamlabs, so here goes nothing. Oh, hey, Patty. What's up, Schmitty? Hey, sorry for the ad, guys. Just waiting for the ad to roll through. Good morning. Oh wow, I got like 7 viewers. What's up, guys? On Streamlabs, so here goes nothing. Okay. All right. So I set this up in a hurry, trying to get this all up and running. And yeah, some of you guys are subs, so you don't have to worry about the ads. But anyway, welcome. Right? We've made it to playoffs. This is round 2. In fact, round 2 out of 3. So this is what we call the semifinals. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I found this artwork online. I use it for a lot of stuff, and I put this little slide together real quick to kind of make it look really legit. And yeah, welcome in. Thank you for the compliments on the artwork. It's kind of little. I hate that it doesn't full screen. I slapped it all together real quick, and the black borders along the edges are kind of stupid looking, but. We're going to do what we do, right? And we're going to enjoy the game. And this is just a temporary thing anyway. So welcome in, right? You've made it to the Coach Rivals semifinals. Wow, what a season. We've gone through 7 weeks of competition. Every team's played each other once. And then we made it through our first round of playoffs last week with Team Tragesty receiving a win. Hotline Ping also winning their matchup. And so now we've got these 2 teams that are trying to advance to the final, and it's a best of 1 today, but the final is a best of 3. So both of these guys trying to punch their ticket to that last fixture. What a season it's been. Team Tragesty, the only undefeated team we have this season. Hotline Ping with a really strong showing. Daddy Kai popping off just last week, getting only the 2nd pentakill of Coach Rivals all season long when he was piloting the Samira. If you guys didn't see that one, go back and watch it. It was pretty epic. So Hotline Ping coming in hot. Team Tragesty, nobody's hotter than the undefeated Team Tragesty. So a couple of really strong teams here today looking to, yeah, like I said, looking to punch their ticket to the grand final next week. And yeah, really excited to get this one underway. So before we do, just want to run a quick promo for you guys, get everybody hype, really shout out these coaches. These guys have put in 2 months of work now, wins, losses, you know, just all the drama week after week. And so we want to make sure and shout these guys out. Thank you to all the coaches who participated in Coach Rivals this season. If you got knocked out of playoffs last week, it stinks, but you know, we're really happy to have you here. So real quick shout out to you guys. Enjoy the video. All right, welcome back, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, in the multiverse, you guys beat Tragesty twice, actually, Liz. So, yeah, very, very good. Okay, let me see. Let's see if I can adjust this a bit. My headset's kind of funny where it picks up, it like loops the audio. These headsets are great, but they're a little finicky. So, if you guys are picking up any feedback, my bad. That's totally my fault. But yeah, welcome in, you guys. Really happy to have you here. I know we've got a little group So thank you guys for showing up, showing out, cheering us on. We're going to get this one underway. Team Tragesty versus Hotline Ping. Team Tragesty on the blue side, Hotline Ping on red side. Let's see here. Missed the skins and stuff, right? It's one of those VODs, so I missed out on the skin game. But you guys can see, we're into the game. You can tell everybody's got their skins all loaded up. Everybody's ready here. Looks like we got red team. We have Hotline Ping over here, starting off in this kind of invade pattern. But on the other side, you've got Team Tragesty doing the same thing in their opponent's jungle. Really interesting stuff here. I don't know which team is, it looks like they're both looking for a red side invade. Let's see here. No one's gonna find anybody. Some wards placed. Nothing crazy going on though. Oh yeah, thank you for the bingo pay. And yeah, everyone's just gonna back off. They got some advanced vision. Looks like Hotline Ping actually placed a really good ward down there by the chicken camp, and they're gonna back off. Team Tragesty's actually looking like they want to secure this red buff and steal it for their jungler, and now looks like it's been warded out. Yeah, sure enough, really nice ward there by Zenburn. They're gonna see this, in fact. So this isn't gonna be snuck by Eric and Coach Magros. This is gonna be something that Hotline Ping knows about. And they're going to finish their blue buff really quickly too. In fact, faster than Eric finishes that red buff. So Olaf, showing the power of that champion, getting that really quick clear there with some help from his buddies. And then he's back off to his next camp. And it looks like he skips the Gromp. He's heading into his opponent's jungle. It looks like he's going to get some counter jungling done of his own. But Team Tragesty, knowing that was a possibility, placed another ward by the red pit. They're going to see this. So they know he's there, and you can see Eric kind of pathing over to mid lane now, looking for a gank already in 2 minutes. Victor Zenburn on the quick flash there to get out of dodge, and he's going to be just fine, but no one likes blowing their flash that early, so he's going to have to play safe for a little while. You see some pings coming through. You got Daddy Kai and Ched kind of roaming over here, trying to keep the Olaf safe. Team Tragesty knows this is happening. They know that Olaf Saikaze on the Olaf is in the area. They don't want to hard engage on this and get collapsed on, so they just kind of poke it out, take Ched down to about half HP, and Daddy Kai and Ched escort Olaf out of their opponent's jungle just fine. He's back over to the Gromp now, so successful counter jungling from both of these junglers so far. A red buff steal on both sides. And other than that, pretty flat as far as like advantages. They're both at 16 CS, 12 CS. Olaf a little bit behind, as the roam for him was a little bit of a longer roam, but he's going to catch up after he finishes those wolves. And both scuttle crabs are up right now, so they could be looking for some scuttle action here pretty soon. We'll see. All right, you see here both ADCs. Well, I say ADCs. Nishama playing an atypical ADC here with the Ziggs pick. Love to see it. It's a really powerful pick, but it's not something that is a typical ADC style champion. So he's going to be playing that, in a unique way, I would assume. And yeah, so far keeping up in CS with Daddy Kai, who is, as I mentioned, one of only 2 players this season to earn a pentakill. So Daddy Kai definitely looking to scale up and pop off late game. So far so good, keeping up with Nishama and CS. That's going to be a good way to get it started. Well, we got both junglers chasing each other, both top laners chasing each other. These guys are kind of going blow for blow here. Coach Magros coming out on top of that top lane trade, but Saikaze coming out on top of the jungler trade. So different points of power for these teams at the moment. Both sides kind of posturing for a little bit of an advantage, but nothing so far. As you see, the scoreline still 0-0, about 5 minutes in. We're about 10 seconds away from our first dragon of the game. Looks see what's going to happen here, as it looks like both junglers are on top side of the map. Saikazi's the first to head down to the dragon area, but it looks like he's just getting out of the way so he can recall, buy a few things, as he has not recalled just yet. So he's going to have quite a bit of gold in his pocket. You see the pickaxe come through. It's a pretty good buy. And maybe now, no, it looks like he's headed topside. So really not interested in the dragon just yet. Eric29 on that side of the map with no camps left after he clears that chicken camp. The Krugs just respawn, but his bottom side jungle is pretty clear. So it looks like he may be heading to that dragon pit first after he clears out the scuttle crab. Saikazi maybe thinks about that being a possibility. He starts to head this way. He's got his Gromp. And these guys might meet each other, in fact. Yeah, they've got to know they're both kind of looking for this at the moment. So Eric29 thinks about it, steps away, gets the scuttle crab for some vision, and then backs off. We now see some level 6s coming in for a few players. As we've got, there goes Cho'Gath to secure his level 6. Now these guys have their full kit unlocked for both top laners. Mid lane, same deal. You got a level 6 for both of these guys. And then everybody else is at level 4 except Eric, who's at 5. So some ultimates starting to come online. Some of these guys starting to hit some strong points. And other folks still kind of waiting. Daddy Kai has not backed yet, still just sitting on that Doran shield. And 40 CS, he's finally going to go back and buy some items now. He's going to come back a lot stronger. You see the same thing on the side with Neshama. Picks up his Lost Chapter first item. That's a pretty big buy. He's going to feel really good about coming back to lane with that. And let's see, Daddy Kai did not actually complete his back. He's just going to keep farming. 43, 44, he was thinking about backing, and then the wave kind of pushed into him, so he hung around a bit longer. And he's going to clean all that CS up as well. Now Eric29 clearing out some vision near the dragon pit, placing some of his own. They've got a control ward and the the scuttle crab. Kind of got the river lit up, but Hotline Bing also has a ward in the pit, so they know that there's nothing going on yet. Olaf and Nocturne meet each other, but Olaf gets picked off there as the Lux Piper Maru comes up, lands the binding, and that's going to be a secure kill there for Eric29. First blood going over to the Tragesty jungler. He's got to be feeling good about that. And now with the numbers advantage and the jungler off the map for the enemy team, Team Tragesty decides to go in for that dragon, and that's going to be a first dragon secured at 745. Really nice job by those guys to coordinate that. They know what's at stake here. This is a playoff match. Nobody wants to overcommit and end up giving away a really silly death. So you saw that they were really patient about that dragon, taking a very intentional path to get there, making sure that they had all their wards placed ahead of time, and then they secure it without having to worry about a contest at all, because the enemy jungler doesn't even exist. He's off the map. Really nice job. And speaking of that enemy jungler, well, this is actually Eric29 again, going in. First chance he gets to ult. Throws it down on Zenburn. He's going to have to flash away as soon as that comes off of cooldown. He just got that flashback, and boom, he's got to use it again. So not a great feeling, but he's got his TP to get back to base, and he stayed alive, which is the important thing. So definitely could have gone a lot worse there for Zenburn on the Victor in the mid lane. Nice job to stay cool, stay alive there, and not give over a second kill to Eric29 here in the first 10 minutes. As now we see it's about a 1,500 gold lead, almost 2,000 gold lead now that those turret plates are getting secured by Team Tragesty. It's that first blood, that first dragon, and some of these turret plates in their pocket that's really helping them push that gold lead into their favor. This early into the game, 2,000 gold is a pretty significant advantage. So if they can get a quick buy here, it looks like that's the idea. Both of these players are level 6 now. They're going to go back, farm it up, after farming up, and spend a bunch of that gold, come back a lot stronger, and see if they can earn their team some more advantages here. As the Rift Herald has been on the map now for just over a minute, nobody's really glanced at it. It's definitely not a one of those objectives you can typically sneak. It takes, 30 seconds or so to take a Rift Herald, especially if you're doing it solo. So you want to make sure that you're really safe, because the worst thing that could happen is you're doing Rift and then the enemy jungler shows up and steals it from you or something, or give over a kill. That would be terrible. So now both of these junglers are on the top side. Coach Magros really going aggressive here, taking a couple of tower shots. He may have walked a little too far forward, but Mundo can heal back up. There goes the ultimate, and he's going to start passively healing now. The ultimate comes through for Eric29 as well, uses it to re-engage on Cartera, gets the double kill, in fact, after securing the Olaf. That's going to be 3-0 on Eric29 already at 10.5 minutes. Also handing over some assists to his top laner there. Coach Magros has got some extra gold in his pocket as well now, so both of these players feeling really good. Wow, max range binding there. I did not think that was going to land from Piper Maru. Really nice job there. And yeah, a lot of harass here on the Rakan, going from about 100% HP all the way down to 0 as that ult lands. Excellent job there. And another, oh my goodness, the pick. Wow, Piper Maru with an excellent binding. The ult was just maybe a half of a second, a quarter of a second too slow as Daddy Kai immediately flashed out of that. So the moment it became an option, he gets out of there with, less than 100 health. That was really close. And this Ziggs Lux bot lane really showing why this is such a powerful contested pick these days, even in the pro play level of play. As you see here, Daddy Kai and Ched finally making their way back to the lane. Really rough start for these guys, but that's been pretty typical for this bot lane. They usually have to start slow, especially with a scaling ADC like Vayne, and then eventually kind of become this unstoppable force that you have to just kind of either deal with or die to as the late game comes around. So let's see if they can make that happen. So far, no deaths from the Vayne, so that's a good start, but definitely not the start they were looking for here in the first 10-12 minutes. As you see now, Dr. Mundo applying that passive to Cho'Gath knockup really perfectly. Really not a really good way for Cho'Gath to get out of this. The following knockup comes through. He's trying to get the ult in, but I don't know if he's going to be able to. Cartera does go down to Coach Magros, and during that same play, Eric29 picks up another kill, and that's going to be in the mid lane this time. It's actually a solo kill, as it looks like Drake Prime did not get the assist for that. So solo kill in the top lane, solo kill in the mid lane for Coach Magros and Eric29, and that solo kill in the top lane is going to yield an entire tower from Coach Magros, it looks like. Yeah, just a couple more hits here as you see Mundo bashing his head against that tower. He's doing work on it, and he gets the tower. So that's a huge infusion of gold as he gets the kill, gets the first tower, and the entire wave that was up there as well crashing into him. So Coach Magros going up by over 50 CS, really feeling good at this point in time. Rakan going for an engage, not realizing Eric was right here. He ults in really a little bit too far forward as he's taking way too many tower shots. The heal comes through, but it's not quite enough. And now Ziggs is going to fall to tower shots as well. These guys cannot stay away. The tower is getting more kills than anybody, but they're going over to Daddy Kai as he's the last one getting those shots. And that's 2 kills into the Vayne's pocket, which is not what you want to see. But these guys are going to get quite a bit of tower damage for their trouble. Veigar, piloted by Drake Prime, almost goes down in the mid lane to Zenburn. Really good long-range poke there. Really incredible stuff here as, yeah, the bot lane tower is cleaning up, but now it's been taken off the map. After securing 2 kills, that tower's been killed itself. Not to be outdone, though, Cartera pushing up in the top lane. She's already up to that top lane tower, and with the plating falling away, looks like she's going to be able to get quite a bit of damage onto this. A quick reconnect there comes through. Yeah, you definitely got the shutdown, that's for sure. On that tower, that thing had a gold bounty here in the first 12 minutes after securing a couple of kills. That tower was smurfing, man. I think it was nuts. And I missed the Rift Herald secure there by Eric a few moments ago. He's going to drop that in the mid lane just to dissuade Hotline Ping from contesting this dragon, and it's going to work to perfection as all 5 members of Team Tragesty were in the area, and no one from Hotline Ping was able to contest as they had to protect that mid lane tower from the Rift Herald. Really smart play there. When you know that you've got a numbers advantage, you want to just try your best to basically just dissuade your opponents from even showing up. If that puts Hotline Ping in a tough spot, because if they show up and contest the dragon, it's a 50-50 play. They might lose it anyway, especially since Cartera was not with the rest of the team, so they were down a member. So the call is either go into a disadvantage fight and maybe lose 4 members and the dragon anyway, or take out the Rift Herald to protect the tower. So really kind of a lose-lose situation there. Nice job by Team Tragesty to put Hotline Ping in a tough spot. When you make your opponents make those tough decisions, that's typically when they make mistakes. So, really nice job by these guys to push this game to its limits, push their opponents to their limits as well. And now that we're getting into the 16-minute mark, let's just take a quick inventory of what's going on here. We've got a kill lead of 7-2 for Team Tragesty, so they're up by about 5,000 gold. 2 dragons to 0, as we're just about 2 minutes away from the 3rd dragon of the game spawning up here. That could be potentially a 28-minute dragon soul. I'm sorry, I'm doing my math wrong. Maybe 24-minute dragon soul. This is embarrassing. Anyway, math is hard. Dragon soul on the menu here in another 10 minutes, basically. And 3 towers to 0 in favor of Team Tragesty as well. So really everything coming up aces so far for the blue side, and we also see an advantage in the ward score for Team Tragesty for just about every player. Just advantages all over the place at the moment. So definitely a tough spot for Hotline Ping at the moment. A really nice grand entrance there. Almost nets a 3-man knockup, but just out of range to all the members there. They do end up dissuading Team Tragesty from pushing this turret or diving. So nice job there by Ched to just kind of scare their opponents away. Mundo taking quite a bit of damage, but he was really baiting more than anything. Now here comes Air 29 with the ultimate, does secure that kill. It's very low, and now Coach Magros having to flash away after using his ult. He's healing up, but he's taking a ton of damage. I don't know if he can get away from this. He does eventually slink away, as now Team Tragesty, knowing they've got a numbers advantage here, goes for this mid lane turret. Tons of damage pumped out to Daddy Kai, but not quite enough to take him out. He does manage to get away again, flashing away from Lux as soon as he gets away from that binding. That felt almost like a replay of what happened in the bot lane earlier. So Lux again forcing that flash out of Daddy Kai. Really nice play there by Piper Maru. To just see, hey, this guy's alone. Let's get him, guys. He's locked up. Pour out all your damage onto him right now. We can continue to push. So they net that inhibitor turret. Do not get the inhibitor, but some teams prefer actually to leave the inhibitor up, especially this early into the game. The reason for that is because inhibitors, when you take an inhibitor out, they start spawning super minions. And super minions will naturally push your lane out. So if you're trying to deny gold from your opponents, you don't want minions pushing into their base, because that's just gold that they can collect for free without having to come outside of their base. It's something that's just naturally going to push in, so they can just wait for the farm to come to them. If you don't secure the inhibitor, basically those minions continue to just meet each other out in the middle of the lane, and the players from Hotline Ping have to come out to collect that stuff, so they have to be put in a position where they could get collapsed on. Really nice play there. So a little bit of strategy from Team Tragesty to make sure they could have taken the inhibitor, they backed off, or maybe they couldn't have, and they decided, you know what, this is too risky, let's get out of here. Hard to say, but in the moment, good play either way. Now Vayne pressing forward, getting a little bit of damage onto Coach Magros, letting him know, hey, I've got damage in my kit. We're not winning at the moment, but I'm 2-1-0. I'm Vayne, and I've got 140 CS. So watch out, because I can still pump out some damage. And yeah, oh, good point for Schmidt. Yeah, super minions are also worth more gold, so definitely don't want that happening. But now we see an engage coming in here from Rakan. Does not land the ultimate, somehow backs away after getting the grand entrance all the way up. The ult from Nishama misses, goes just wide. Meanwhile, looks like Eric takes on Cartera as she TPs in to try to secure the dragon. But Eric29 with a really nice timed smite secures the dragon before Cartera's ult can. And they pick up another kill on Psychozy as well. And now they're not done yet, as it looks like Nocturne, Eric29 jumping all the way in, ulting in on Daddy Kai, gets the kill. The follow-up kill from Drake Prime onto Cartera, that's 2-3 for 0, in fact, in the extended fight. And now it looks like they're going to secure this inhibitor. And in fact, they've just secured the Rift Herald, so they're going to push potentially for the game here, as these guys are just, they've smelled blood in the water. They're up numbers right now. Oh, they've just lost. Eric29 is only his second death of the game, and now they're thinking twice about this. Do we continue to push? The Rift Herald's down. We just lost Eric. I guess let's get out of here, guys. That was a successful push, but we lost a little bit too much to keep it going, so let's get out of here. Nice job by Team Tragesty to assess the situation appropriately and get the heck out of there before giving over more kills. Nice job by Hotline Ping to prevent those Nexus turrets from going down. You lose one, you start to kind of get nervous. I mean, you got one last line of defense on your Nexus. That's nerve-wracking, but these guys kept a cool head and pushed away Team Tragesty before they could get that second Nexus turret. And now they're going out just to make sure that the Baron isn't being taken. It isn't, and you know, both teams just kind of figuring out, taking inventory of the map. What's been taken in my jungle? What's left? What can I do? What's on the map? And in about 1:30, we'll have our 4th dragon of the game, and that's going to be at about the 24-minute mark. So Team Tragesty could look to secure that, to get that dragon soul. You know, typically the dragon soul is such an important, you know, game duration buff that teams kind of put a lot of emphasis on that. But that could be a moment for Hotline Ping to strike, knowing that that's something that Team Tragesty want. They could try to go for the Baron at that time if they're able to clear this vision out. But Team Tragesty kind of reads that play like a book, realizes that could happen, and they clear out vision on that side of the map before going for this dragon. With 40 seconds left, they need to start heading down to that side of the map if they want to contest this on spawn. Looks like nobody really worried about the dragon, as Cartera now gets spotted out by Eric29 and Nishama. These guys knock her up, they keep her disabled, not able to walk back into safety, and that's going to be a kill secured by both of these players. And this could be a top lane turret now, as several members from both teams are here. This isn't going to be an easy one. We've got 3 members from Team Tragesty, 4 in fact, versus 4 members of Hotline Ping, with Zenburn in the mid lane. He can easily roam up. And yeah, nobody wants to get picked off here. They're all just kind of posturing, looking for wards, trying not to get caught out. Dragon spawning any moment. I'm sorry, I had the timer wrong on Dragon. It's just 1:20 left on that Dragon timer. I was way off. I don't know what I was even looking at. Yeah, so with only just over a minute left, let's see which team is first to react to this, as a lot on the line here for Team Tragesty. Now Rakan trying to get out of dodge, hits the cage just before it despawns, gets taken out by Piper Maru as she earns her first kill of the game. One of only 3 players that are deathless so far. And yeah, really nice job there. And now with a numbers advantage and with Ched taken off the map, Team Tragesty says, guys, let's get this Baron before that final Drake even spawns. We can get both objectives if we get this now. And looks like they're right, as Saikaze on the bottom side of the map is not going to be able to contest this. The only person even close is Cartera, and it looks like this Baron's going to melt before she can even get there. As we see, it is very low, 1,900. Boom, it gets smited there by Eric. No, it does not. He just takes it out without the smite. This comes on cooldown. And now these guys looking for Dragon, for the Dragon Soul. As Dragon spawns in less than 10 seconds, you see the pings come out on the map. They're saying, guys, get over there, hurry, let's go, let's go. And yeah, it looks like that is the call. All 4 members, minus Coach Magros, are heading there in a straight line. He's coming from his opponent's side of the jungle, just harassing Hotline Ping. Hotline Ping realizes, though, guys, they're not doing it yet. Coach Magros is here. Let's go and contest this. We have time. This is the soul. We need to fight for this. We're at a disadvantage, but if we give this over, this game could be over. So Hotline Ping realizing this is a moment that they have to step up. Cho'Gath a little too far forward, though. And now we see the engage as a 3-man knockup comes in for Ched. The ult goes just a bit wide for Piper Maru, but it's not going to matter as the ace comes through. Eric with the triple kill. Ooh, man, that was a big fight. And Hotline Ping loses all 5 members, while Team Tragesty loses 0. 5 for nothing. They also get the Dragon Soul with the Baron buff already in their pockets. They're just pushing this mid lane in, and this is going to be the game, it looks like, at the 26-27 minute mark. Looks like, yeah, all right, we got a bingo from Fixing Mantella. Ched reconnects. Hopefully that was just a temporary disconnection, not a salty one. But now the Nexus is exposed, and Team Tragesty capitalize on it, finishing the game in dominant fashion. 18-3, 4 dragons to 0, 8 towers to 0. Didn't lose a single tower. I didn't notice that. A 13,000 gold lead for Team Tragesty, really showing why they've been so hard to beat this season, why they're undefeated, in fact. 3 of their members going deathless. Just a really strong match from Team Tragesty all around, early game, mid game, late game. Man, what a bummer for Hotline Ping. It's been an incredible season. You know, everybody kind of showed up this year and gave it their all. And you hate for someone to get knocked out, right, in a tough loss. But man, I would imagine all those guys would say they left it all on the Rift. And, you know, you can't be upset or salty when something like that happens. You can't win every game that you play. So just want to say, Hotline Ping, you guys performed incredibly well all season. And better luck next year. I hope all 5 of you come back and hit it hard in Season 3. But to the other side of the coin, Team Tragesty. Someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. And these guys definitely put a complete game together. Team Tragesty advancing to the final next Thursday. That is our best of 3 grand final for Coach Rivals Season 2. So, wow. We know one of our opponents, guys, but we don't know the other one yet. Deathcap for Cutie versus Team on the Right. Man, I got to change these logos and stuff. Hang on, I got some work to do here. All right, guys, give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to take the stream down, and I'll come right back after I've cleaned up some of these logos and stuff, and we'll get into game 2 of our doubleheader here. Thank you guys for watching so far. I know we've got a few folks watching live. If you're watching live, thank you for coming through so far. Stick with us because we're going to be right back. If you're watching later and this isn't live, well, thanks for coming by anyway, man. It's good to have you. You know, couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much for saying I'm crushing it. Yeah, I will definitely grab some water. I'm going to clean up these logos, and I'll be right back with game 2. So don't go anywhere, guys. I'm going to close the stream down. I got to set it back up. I'm still kind of getting used to Streamlabs OBS. I usually use a different app. So bear with me. I'll be right back with you.